Imagine a world where the very fabric of life is torn asunder by the relentless march of war. Picture a landscape scarred not just by bullet holes and shattered bones, but by the indelible marks of sorrow and sacrifice etched into every soul that bears witness to it. This is the backdrop against which Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls unfolds, a novel that delves deep into the human spirit amidst the chaos of conflict. Our story begins in 1937 during the Spanish Civil War, a brutal and politically charged conflict that pitted the nationalists, led by General Francisco Franco, against the Republicans. The stage is set in the Sierra de Guadarrama mountains of Spain, where the battle lines are as stark and unforgiving as the terrain itself. It's here that we meet our protagonist, Robert Jordan, an American volunteer who has come to fight for the Republican cause. Jordan is a complex character. He's not a hero in the conventional sense, but rather a man grappling with his own demons. His past is shrouded in mystery. He was once a college professor and now finds himself drawn into the violence of war. He's haunted by guilt over a decision made years ago that led to the death of an innocent person, and he seeks redemption through his actions on the battlefield. Joining Jordan in this harrowing journey are several other key figures, each with their own stories and motivations. There's Maria, a Republican loyalist who has lost everything, her husband, her home, even her sense of self. She finds solace in Jordan, seeing him as a chance for a new beginning. Their relationship is tender yet strained. She represents the hope that he clings to amidst the horrors of war, while he remains distant and haunted by his own past. Another central character is Pilar, Maria's tough and resilient mother who commands respect through her unwavering loyalty to the Republican cause. Pilar is a woman of action, someone who has seen too much death and loss to be swayed by sentimentality. She serves as a mentor and guide for Jordan, teaching him the ways of guerrilla warfare and helping him navigate the treacherous landscape of political intrigue that surrounds them. The novel also introduces El Sordo, or the Deaf One, a former schoolteacher turned guerrilla fighter who is deeply suspicious of outsiders. His distrust is rooted in past experiences, particularly his disillusionment with an American officer named Goals, who failed to deliver promised supplies and support to their unit. El Sordo's character serves as a counterpoint to Jordan's idealism, offering a more cynical view of the war effort. As we delve deeper into the story, themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and the human condition come to the forefront. Hemingway masterfully explores how war can strip away societal norms and force individuals to confront their deepest fears and desires. The characters in For Whom the Bell Tolls are not just soldiers, they are fathers, sons, lovers, dreamers, people who have been thrust into a nightmare of violence and despair. The title itself, taken from John Donne's Meditation 17, carries profound meaning. It suggests that every life is interconnected, and that the death of one affects us all. In this novel, Hemingway challenges us to consider what it means to live for others when the cost of doing so is our very lives. The question lingers throughout the story: are we fighting for a cause greater than ourselves, or are we merely pawns in a larger game? As we embark on this journey with Robert Jordan and his comrades, we're invited to reflect on the complexities of war and its impact on the human soul. Hemingway's prose is spare yet powerful, capturing the raw essence of fear, love, and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. This is a novel that demands our attention and leaves us changed forever. So, let's delve into the Sierra de Guadarrama, where the bell tolls not just for one, but for all, and see what fate has in store for these brave souls caught in its embrace. In For Whom the Bell Tolls, Ernest Hemingway crafts a poignant narrative that weaves together themes of sacrifice, love, and the indomitable human spirit in the crucible of war. Set during the Spanish Civil War, the story follows Robert Jordan, an American volunteer who has come to Spain to fight against General Francisco Franco's nationalist forces. As a loyal member of a group tasked with blowing up a bridge to disrupt enemy supply lines, Robert is thrust into a world where every moment can mean life or death. The novel opens with Robert Jordan receiving orders from his superiors to report to a remote village in the mountains near Segovia. His mission is clear and urgent. He must join a group of guerrilla fighters led by El Sordo, the Deaf One, who are planning a daring operation. The journey itself is fraught with danger, as they must navigate treacherous terrain and avoid detection by enemy patrols. Robert's comrades include Anselmo, Agustin, Pilar, her husband Pablo, and Maria, the young girl whom Robert falls in love with during their perilous mission. One of the key themes that permeates the story is the concept of individual sacrifice for a greater cause. Robert Jordan volunteers knowing full well the risks involved, driven by his belief in the righteousness of their fight against fascism. His commitment to the mission is unwavering, even as he grapples with personal doubts and fears. The bridge-blowing operation is not just about destroying a piece of infrastructure. It symbolizes the struggle for freedom and democracy that Robert and his fellow fighters represent. Love also plays a profound role in For Whom the Bell Tolls. Robert's relationship with Maria, who has been living in the mountains since her family was killed by nationalist forces, is central to his emotional journey. Their connection is intense and immediate, forged through shared experiences of hardship and danger. Maria becomes a source of solace for Robert, offering him comfort and strength during his darkest moments. However, their romance is complicated by external pressures and internal conflicts, particularly as the mission's success hangs in the balance. Another significant theme is disillusionment with war and its brutal realities. The guerrillas are noble fighters, but they also face moral dilemmas and the grim consequences of violence. Pablo, for instance, becomes deeply conflicted about killing and ultimately deserts the group when faced with a critical decision during the mission. His actions reflect the existential crisis that many soldiers experience, questioning the ethics of their involvement in the conflict. Hemingway's prose is spare yet evocative, capturing the raw emotions and sensory details of the setting. The Sierra de Guadarrama becomes more than just a backdrop. It embodies the harsh realities of war, where every natural element can be both friend and foe. The title, For Whom the Bell Tolls, comes from John Donne's Meditation 2017, which speaks to the interconnectedness of all lives. In this context, Hemingway uses it to underscore that the fate of one affects many, reflecting the collective sacrifice and shared destiny of Robert and his comrades. Throughout the story, Hemingway delves deeply into the psychological toll of war on his characters. The constant threat of death and the moral ambiguities they face take a significant toll on their mental health. Robert, in particular, grapples with feelings of guilt and anxiety as he prepares for what he knows will be a perilous mission. His internal monologues reveal a complex man torn between his sense of duty and his desire to protect those he loves. In the end, For Whom the Bell Tolls is a powerful exploration of human resilience in the face of adversity. Despite their inevitable losses, Robert and his fellow fighters remain steadfast in their commitment to their cause. The novel leaves us with a profound understanding that sometimes, even when the outcome is uncertain, the act of standing up for what one believes in can be its own form of victory. As we follow Robert's journey through the mountains and witness the sacrifices he makes, it becomes clear that this story is not just about a bridge or a battle, it's about the enduring spirit of humanity and the unbreakable bonds forged in shared struggle. The bell tolls for all those who have given their lives for a greater good, reminding us of the timeless themes of courage, love, and sacrifice that resonate through the ages. As we reflect on the impact and legacy of For Whom the Bell Tolls, it becomes clear that this novel is far more than a wartime story. It's a profound exploration of human nature, resilience, and the bonds that form in the crucible of conflict. The characters in this tale are not merely soldiers, they are individuals with deep-seated dreams, fears, and love stories that intertwine to create a tapestry of humanity. Robert Jordan stands as one of literature's most compelling antiheroes. His transformation from a disillusioned American mercenary to a man willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for his cause is both heart-wrenching and inspiring. Jordan's journey is marked by moments of profound introspection, where he grapples with his own mortality and the meaning of life. His relationship with Maria Macarena adds another layer of complexity, illustrating how even in the face of death, love can flourish and provide a reason to fight on. Maria herself is a fascinating character, embodying the strength and grace of her people. Her unwavering loyalty to Jordan and the Republican cause, despite the hardships they face, speaks volumes about the resilience of human spirit. The bond between these two characters is one of deep mutual respect and love, which adds depth to their shared struggle. The novel's themes of courage, sacrifice, and the interconnectedness of lives are universal and timeless. Hemingway's portrayal of battle scenes is visceral and raw, leaving a lasting impression on readers. He doesn't shy away from the horrors of war, showing us not just the glory, but also the brutality, the pain, and the disillusionment that come with it. This honest depiction serves as a powerful reminder of the cost of conflict and the value of peace. Moreover, For Whom the Bell Tolls delves into political ideologies and their implications on personal choices. Jordan's decision to fight for the Republican cause is not just about freedom or anti-fascism, it's also about finding his place in a world that feels chaotic and meaningless. His character arc reflects broader questions about identity, purpose, and the role of individuals in larger historical movements. The title itself carries significant weight, derived from John Donne's Meditation 17. No man is an island, entire of itself, every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if a manor of thy friends or of thine own were. Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never sent to know for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. This quote encapsulates the novel's message about the shared human experience and the ripple effect that one person's actions can have on others. In essence, For Whom the Bell Tolls is a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is light, and that love, sacrifice, and courage are the forces that keep us going. The book's legacy lies in its ability to evoke emotions, provoke thought, and inspire action. So why should you read this book? Because it challenges you to think about what truly matters in life. It invites you to consider your own place in the world and the impact you can have on others. In a time when divisiveness seems to be on the rise, For Whom the Bell Tolls serves as a powerful reminder of our shared humanity and the importance of standing together against injustice. In the end, the bell tolls not just for those who fall in battle, but for all of us. It is a call to action, a reminder that every life matters and that we are all connected in ways we may not fully understand. So read this book, reflect on its themes, and carry its lessons with you into your own life.